So I like doing morning classes, you know. I don't like evening classes because I'm just too damn tired. You know what I mean? You got a lot of miles on you because you've been up all day, you know. You're tired. Your body just kind of wants to, like, you know, tap out a little bit, you know. Just a bunch of bad shit, you know. And I'm just like, God damn, I just want to go home and just not do anything. You know what I mean? It sucks. Your body starts making weird gurgle sounds. That's something that sucks, though. You know, like we're like, you make like weird gurgle sounds. That's like out of your control. You're just like sitting there, and your stomach, it just goes like, you know, just bubbles up a little bit. And you're just like, what are you doing? Like, shut up. It's like loud. It's audible for everyone to hear. And everyone looks at you like, God damn, bro, you okay? You got to go to the bathroom or some shit? And you're like, no, I don't. I don't. Okay. I don't know. You know, it's sort of like when you're hungry a little bit and your stomach starts like growling and shit. And everyone's like, dude, are you okay? What's wrong with you? You know? That always happens like late in the day because you got some like miles on you and your body's just tired. And it's just sort of your body just telling you, okay, dog. Okay, tap out. Okay, go home. You know? But yeah, dude, I hate it when that shit happens. You know? It always happens at the least opportune times. I'll be sitting in class and it's dead silent and my body just starts making noises. And everyone's like, did you hear that? And I'm just like, yeah, I heard that too. Who was that? You know? Just kind of like looking around like, yeah, that wasn't me. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I think it was that guy back there. You know, I think he's making the gurgle sounds, you know? Like this past week, dog, I was in a class and I'm sitting there. It's like a 3-hour class, right? And I'm sitting there. There's like an attractive chick in my class, right? And just my body, dead silence, right? Not making any sound. I'm just chilling. I got my coffee, paying attention, right? We take a little break about halfway through the class, right? And the attractive chick, she leaves, does something, whatever. When she comes back, sits right next to me, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like that's cool with me, you know. I'm sitting there, and it's then when my body's like, all right, time to start gurgling. Bring out the gurgles, you know. And I'm like, serious? Right now? You know, so I'm like sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm trying to pay attention. My body just starts bubbling and shit, and I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, who's next to me? I can hear, you know? Just keeps gurgling and shit, and I'm like, God, dude, now of all times, you know, you gotta start making the weird noises. Now she's gonna be like, yo, are you okay? You know, we just had a break. Do you gotta go to the bathroom? And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, dog. It's just the worst time, you know? Your body's just like, oh, attractive chick, time to start gurgling. Time to start making the weirdest noises your body can make. The hot girl next to this guy. My body betrays me, man. It sucks. Then after class, we all leave. Dead silence. Not making a noise. And I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why am I making those noises? You know what I mean? I even tried to play it off a few times. It was like some like loud gurgles, and I'm like, yo, dude, shut up. I was like looking at the dude next to me. Dude, shut up. Get a load of this guy. Making some weird bubbling sounds over here. I think everyone knew who it was. But I'm like, yeah, no, Jeff is making some weird noises, guys.